So who the heck is Dork? What the heck is Dork? Why the heck did Dork start? And then how can Dork help you? So to answer all these questions, right, we first need to start with the third question, and we need to look back on a business that actually my wife and I opened and then closed. It all roots from kind of one of my favorite businesses. It was my childhood, dream essentially to open up a music venue in my hometown, and it was called The Den. And I think who would be best to speak on that than my spouse, my wife, and then my partner in crime with Dork Social Club.
The Den was a music venue that Steven mainly, I guess I get to be included in it too, but started back in 2020, 15 days before the world shut down for COVID. That was kind of a big dream of ours, especially Steven, to have just a spot where we could invite kind of all the rebels and the outcasts and the people who are artistic and creative and felt different and just kind of honestly whoever, but had a place to come to listen to music. And we were gonna try to open a coffee shop, so get their coffee, do their work, just hang out as a community all in one spot, right? So music venue, we're gonna have a half pipe out back and a really awesome coffee shop, maybe eventually some kind of little skate shop with it. But we only got to be open for about a year with just the music side, as we were trying to do all the construction for the rest of it, and it wasn't able to cross the finish line. And so we had to close down, which was super unfortunate. I think that it was a lot of blood, sweat, tears, heart, dreams, everything that we put into it that just kind of felt like a big letdown in so many ways. And yet we learned so much from that experience, just about people, about working with a city, about working with expectations and investors, and how much effort you have to put into your marketing and your branding, and how strong and powerful a brand can be. Because I think that was what actually made the thing come alive. It wasn't just that we had a kind of cool building or that we had cool people to hang out with. It was that everything that we did was intentional for a group of people, for an individual, and it spoke to people. And so we sold lots of merch. We would go and get thrifted items and put Den patches on it, and our website, our photo shoots, just everything. I think we really tried to stick with our mission and our people and serve people and keep that brand everything it could be. So it was really cool that we were able to sell all this merch and have this stuff. But like I mentioned before, we started in 2020. We were only really able to be open for a year, and then in 2023 we had to close down. So that was super unfortunate, but like I mentioned, we were able to take so many lessons forward.
And then just like that, boom, the Den closed, right? And we were kind of stuck with, well, what are we gonna do next? So at the time, Brandon was doing photo, I was doing video. We were already curating content, making content for companies, kind of doing it on the side to pay the bills for the Den and stuff like that. And I was on the way to a meeting, and I called Brianna, and I literally was like, babe, why don't we just do this thing? Why don't we just help people grow their brands? And the reason why I said that is because we have a passion for growing brands, for helping brands. And the reason why is because we love actually building brands. And with the Den, that was the best part in my opinion. Yes, I was stoked about the music venue, and I was stoked about the coffee house that was gonna happen, and the half pipe and all that stuff. But my favorite part was actually growing the brand and seeing people wear the hoodie, see people, wearing the jackets and buying the mugs, and just essentially going, I can relate with this brand, and I'm going to wear this brand and proudly be a part of this brand. And it's crazy because so many years later, this is 2026, right? That was 2023. So many years later, I still see people wearing the hoodies, wearing the brand, still asking for the Den to come back because it meant so much to them. We just love building brands. And so again, I called Brianna on the way to a meeting in 2023, and I said, we should do this. We should come alongside businesses and help them not only build brands, but fix their brands and then get them ready to market them properly. We are Dork Social Club. We are a husband and wife team. We're freaking really creative, and we just love having a good time.
Yeah, so we got married young. We have 3 kids kind of right out the bat in our early 20s.
Like super early.
We've got 2 puppies.
Yeah.
Just a fun, I think we're just like, we love family, we love friends, we love people, we love being creative. Like, he's in a band, Norwal. I think that it's just kind of like, we're the like art skateboard kids that grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, to be completely honest, we probably shouldn't be doing, or we shouldn't have done branding or marketing or whatever the case is, but it's just something we fell into, something that we're really good at, and something that we find ourselves helping our friends, our family, and just other businesses in town. And we decided, you know what? We're good at this thing. For some reason, you know, God essentially gave us this gift, and why don't we essentially do this for other people?
Well, right now it's just Steven and I. We would love to grow our team, hopefully sooner or later. I think that'd be awesome, but
Hopefully sooner than later. That'd be sweet.
Right now, like, he has so many skills with building systems and making sure things work properly, and just video and story. Like, he has so many skills with that. And then you add on me, and I do photos, and I love...
She's got a lot of skills.
Like the storytelling and writing and building websites. And so when you pair those things together, you just get a really great team who can understand what other small businesses need, from both like a male and female perspective, from parent perspective, from a human being perspective, from the kind of funny, dorky kids growing up perspective.
So that is who we are. We are a small team. We're a husband-wife team. We have just a heart for helping people, and we have a heart for helping people that are like us. The misfits, the dorks, the people who always have lived on the outside. And we love helping and building freaking dope brands. So that's who is Dork Social Club. What we offer, or really what the heck is Dork Social Club, is all that we do is we help brands, right? We build bold brands and then we market them properly. It's very simple, it's very easy to understand. And recently, actually, we'll come in and we'll actually help you fix your brand, because most people, again, start and then realize they have this issue. So we'll come alongside, we'll help you fix all of your branding, and then we will market it properly. The reason why we have that model, because for a long time, actually, what we were doing is we were just marketing, right? We were helping out people with visuals, so photo, video, things like that, podcasts, and vlogs, and social media content, and long form vertical, and mini documentaries, and things like that. But we realized that we were giving so much content to our customers, and then it wasn't working. Or we were giving so much content to our customers, or they weren't posting it, or they weren't using it, or they weren't using it to their full capability. And the reason why all that is because of their branding, right? They were either unsure, they were either confused about what, who they were talking to, or what their brand even was, and it was just this big mess. So we went, well, hey, let's kind of take a couple steps back. Brandon and I were really good at branding and building brands and things like that. So why don't we help you build your brand, get your brand guide, figure out all these things, who your ideal client is, what your voicing is, your mission, blah, 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 and then start building that foundation. So I'm a big foundation guy. I actually have a pretty cool analogy around the framework that we essentially use. It's called the Dork framework, right? Because everything has to be on brand for Dork Social Club. And essentially we talk about this analogy of building a home. So when you build a home, you build a strong concrete foundation. You let that thing cure for however long, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, stuff like that, depending on the weather. But you have to let your concrete cure. Then you build your 4 walls, then you build your roof, and then after all that is said and done, then you paint it, right? Then you landscape it. Then you make it look really pretty. So many people will skip that whole entire process, and they'll maybe build kind of a foundation. They'll get a logo, they kind of have a mission statement, and then when they go to build their walls, they'll essentially go, hey, instead of actually building a marketing campaign or building a proper website or going into tools and systems and things like that. We're just gonna make a logo. We're gonna kind of half-a build a website. There is gonna be no sales funnel. There's gonna be no sales pitch. There's gonna be no CTAs, nothing like that. And we're just gonna kind of build a half a wall. So now you have a kind of a foundation that's maybe leaning, cracked already. Maybe it's not even concrete, maybe it's even dirt. And then you have two walls or half a wall, and then you're trying to build this roof now, right? And your roof is how you get everything out there, right? So that's your roof, and you're kind of trying to build this, and then you eventually just go, I'm just gonna skip everything, and I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna make it look really pretty. And what that is, that's you talking about your product, right? I'm gonna maintenance I'm gonna bring in gravel, I'm gonna plant a tree or two, okay? So you're talking about your actual product, and then social media and marketing and campaigning and all that stuff. And what's happening is now it rains, or a wind picks up, or there's snow, or something happens and you feel a little bump, and then your revenue goes whoop, and you go, what the heck? Everything was fine. All my friends were buying my stuff, and now where's my friends? They're not buying my stuff anymore. And you're having a hard time communicating and blah, 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 blah. And then again, the content isn't working because you haven't built everything over here. So that is what we found over years and years and years and years of doing this. So that's why we build bold brands, okay? And then only then we market them properly. So that is what the heck is Dork Social Club. So I came outside to do this last point, and it's starting to rain. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I love this so much. This is right up my alley, and I just love it when it rains out here in Arizona. So the last point that I have for you is how the heck does Dork help you guys? So we created the Dork Audit specifically to help, essentially you guys, right? And all the Dork Audit is that we sit down and we look over your whole entire company as far as how your brand is built, and then how you're marketing, essentially how are you acquiring customers, right? So that's through your website, that's through your brand guide, that's how your colors, your voicing, your mission, your logos, how your walls are built, how your systems, if you have systems, are you running email marketing, right? And then the one thing that everyone focuses on, that everyone looks at, is, well, how are you marketing yourself, not only on social media, but like I said, through email marketing, through physical form, through things like that as well. So we sit down for free, either in person, or if you're not from around here, which is totally fine, we do this over Google Meets or Zoom or something like that as well. You can really hear the rain coming down right now. I love it. But that is what we do, is we go, hey, we take exactly what I said before this, but we're really good at building brands, we're really good at marketing you all as well, but how do we now help you? Is we go, well, let's find out what exactly you need. So we sit down, like I said, I don't want to repeat myself, but then we sit down and we look over your whole entire business. Look over your Google Analytics, look over your pixels, look over your SEO, look over your schema code, look over all that stuff, and we go, cool. Let's fix this before we market it, because if you don't fix this, then your marketing will not work. Exactly what I said before. So it's called the Dork Audit because, again, everything has to be on brand for us because we love a good brand, and that is how we help you. It's very simple. I wish I had more, but it's very simple. Again, we build bold brands and we market them properly. Well, what do we do before any of that? We sit down with you, we do a Dork Audit, and we make sure exactly what you need so we're not wasting time and money. So that is what we offer. That is what we do. That is who we are. We are Dork Social Club, right, babe?
Yeah.
And this is the end of the video. Let us know if you have any questions at all. And I feel like we just got interviewed for like a job. We are interviewing. But yeah, again, we just love helping people, and we love helping build awesome, dope, cool brands. So Dork Social Club, let us know if you have any questions. And any last words?
I don't know.
We almost lost power like 2 seconds ago. No, goodness.
Do it again.
Okay, love you. Love you, bye. That's okay, Coop. Coop doesn't like the thunder. He doesn't like the thunder and the rain.